Sayed. Campaigning with limousine socialist Hassan Piker helped him in Ann Arbor, but destroyed his hope of selling himself as a sensible reformer.
You are all unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of okay?
And now we're learning more about El Sayed's family tree. Or is it the fruit of the poisonous tree? Iman Abdelhadi is a radical professor at the University of Chicago and Abdul's half-sister. A year after the October 7th massacre, this is what she was thinking.
I want to say Allahu Akbar. That phrase means God is greater, and it's an important phrase in the Muslim tradition. It's a phrase that reminds us that no matter how great the brutality, the oppression, the intensity of what we're going through, a horizon of justice is just around the corner.
This woman is a hateful bigot. Parents, if you're paying tuition at the University of Chicago, are you good with this? She's known for spewing anti-Western, anti-American bile, and she hates her own school, too.
When I got to the University of Chicago, where I work now, I continued in that vein. I was like, why would I organize here? I don't care about this institution. Like, I don't, like, the University of Chicago. It's evil. Like, you know, it's a colonial landlord.
Why is she wearing a mask in 2025? Just on that basis alone, you can't listen to her. Oh, that's a lovely mugshot. Miss Congeniality was arrested on charges that she assaulted an ICE officer, and like her bro, she wants to abolish that agency. And perhaps more disturbing, the Muslim cleric El Sayed, well, that issue, he may have dodged it with this one, but he was supposedly going to be headlining an Islamic conference alongside Tariq Masood. He's this nightmare of a Pakistani cleric, but suddenly Masood is skipping it. Frankly, given what's just about to come out about him, nobody should be surprised. According to the Washington Free Beacon, Pakistani media reports that the cleric bragged about forcing his own 13-year-old niece to get married and told his followers to do the same. Here to react to all this is Zuhdi Jasser, Arizona congressional candidate and author of Battle for the Soul of Islam. Zuhdi, the conference wouldn't tell us if the, quote, cleric bailed on the conference or if they basically told him not to show up. But it's clear, right? I mean, you're there and you were planning on appearing with this viciously anti-American Islamic nut job. And suddenly people started learning about who this cleric was. And, oh, no, he's not appearing now. Is that acceptable? Is that sweep it all under the rug?
Laura, it's unacceptable for any American, let alone somebody purporting to be a leader in his community and for America. And as you said, the company he keeps, Abdurrahman Al Sayed's company, is about a worldview. The worldview of the clerics he keeps. Many of us who are reformers have been honest enough to say that the Islam of our clerics is incompatible with democracy, incompatible with Westernism, women's rights, gay rights, human rights, universal human rights. But he has never had the ability to say that. Why? Because he's from the farm team of the Islamists, the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt, the mobocracy that won an election in 2011 after Mubarak was overthrown. He has never, El Sayed, advocated for Americanism. And who does he keep with him? Hassan Piker from Pakistan, who basically says that he also hates America and hates the West and hates Israel. And the bottom line is Piker comes with Cenk Uygur, his uncle, from Turkey, also adjacent to the Islamist party of the AKP in Turkey. So globally, this is not rocket science. You're running for the Senate in America. You better have the ability to look back at writings and speeches where you advocated for liberty, for America as being that shining city on a hill. He's never done that. He's not a patriot. He's never served. I've served in our military. The only thing I'd ever die for is America. Islamic supremacism is one of the greatest threats. And none of his people around him, they've all been radicalizing Americans, not actually being part of the solution.
A spokesperson told The Angle about his half-sister. Like all of us, Abdul has family he both loves and also disagrees with on certain political matters. Well, no specifics on what political matters he disagrees with her on, but that's kind of important when sister says, you know, use the word blessed in reference, it appears, to October 7th, that it was a great blessing. Zuhdi, when you think about where we are right now in our country with the rise of Islamo-socialism, that combination, that you, as you said, the Muslim Brotherhood connection with El Sayed's, relatives, hasn't been confirmed. It's been widely reported. What do you think we should take away from this? Is it are we making too many leaps of logic here? Is this fair to kind of connect him, as an American citizen, to this movement?
Not at all. This is a movie I've seen before, from Iran to Egypt to Syria to America and Europe. The bottom line is they are coming together in a sonic boom. I've been warning America about the threat of political Islam and socialism together. As a doctor, I fear socialism and the Unaffordable Care Act. And as a Muslim, I know that we have so much reform to ever be compatible with Western democracy. I can be that firewall in Congress, which is why I'm running. We need people that can end the argument. And my website, z4az.com, can end that argument.
Zuhdi, great to see you, my friend. Thank you very much. And coming up, a Tennessee teacher